Yeah. Alright. Yeah. Why he keep saying ooh? Cause that's how they face look every time I'm swinging through. Don't act like I'm screaming, get money first out the blue. Like I wasn't serving niggas 30s out my shoes, out my socks, out the hotels or meet me by my spot. By the shop or fucking meet me at the top, but by then you can't cop. Like I really tell my moves though. Look, 20 teens, I turned 3 into a 4-way. Had the boy and the girl, but never went both ways. Never met Mr. West, but I know yay. Back page pimpin', turn your BM to a throwaway. Pay the cost to be the boss, that's what I'm supposed to say. But I'm loose off the goose in the ocean spray. I'm still ballin' while I'm coaching since I know the play. The rules still apply, be out your mind, get you smoked today. And I ain't talking shit, I'm talking what I know, okay? You don't wanna listen, get the fuck and don't smoke my J. Legendary DMV advocate, trust I know my way. I know my worth, with or without you, I'ma be on my way. Keep it a buck, you niggas suck, that's how I know you gay. Not for real, fuck niggas, all lowercase. I'm going in like it's an open safe, and I'm screaming get money first every time I show my face.
SB for tourists. Swag like the 80s, gold and velour. The plug just dropped another brick and said I got a day to dump it. Lil Giz just shot the block up. How the fuck I'm supposed to pump it? PG posted everywhere, there's no way I can make this cheddar. I don't serve nobody else, I love my fiends, they treat me better. Slide through 23rd, seen some swerve, bust a couple swings. Park a hand and roll a J while waiting for my phone to ring. And everybody got work, the hood's over flooded with birds. And I got a time limit, my plug get on my fucking nerves. Get it gone fast, being thirsty, that's a downfall. And I'm sucker ducking niggas fake like Bape out the mall. Peace to Lil Ma, that's my man, he got the switch. Gotta be a solid nigga, we ain't rolling with no snitch. These streets will kill you, don't love nobody more than they love you. Them same niggas will turn to Judas, even your blood too, nigga. That's real. Bob side. Yeah.
They walk like we walk, no. They catching their breath, young and they step.
So I mean, that shit happens everywhere, no problem. The fact is this, listen, this is my thing, just to get to it.
People talk like they walk like we walk, no. They catching their breath, young and they step too slow. North side of PG, what we call
You know what you mean. Yes, sir.
I'm straight as a perm. Hard to scribble lyrics cause my thoughts are beyond words. Unmatched that.
So it begins, huh?
I'm excited.
You excited?
I'm excited.
Me too.
What I spit is hot burning, like hot to touch, so I'm never concerned with the jealous.
I really don't get with folks that sit around and complain too much and keep trying to act like we're going through what they went through.
They treat us like Jesus, they won't believe us. I'm fed up. I show my
because naturally women support men that's on their shit. If you really want her to be on that same type level with you and beyond, surpass that.
points. Smitty's Corner.
I can remember I always wanted to be a gangster.
Yeah, basically. But not really. I see we back up in this bitch, man. Let's go. Yeah, y'all know what time it is. Look. I stand like the man that I'm supposed to. Slackers won't stop this progress cause I'm focused. Red carpet stars stunning, hold up, ain't no close up. Max level, no limit, training like a soldier. Real name is biblical, archangel general. I post like a podium but move like petroleum. I glide when I fly by, like a bird I'm so high. Cruising through the city streets, I'm leaning when I ride by. Rappers run your mouth, I'll rip every last one of you. Still to this day, star skills be untouchable. Blow cess, relieve stress, sip tea and play Cheshire King's Corner, bad step, checkmate, now who's next? Observe and analyze, I combine and strategize, understand to overcome, so my money multiplies. Putting God first, praying to...
Okay, now, respect to the family, respect. Yeah, so most definitely, let me see. Let me pull up another screen, because I want to make sure, because the last one, I mean, was absolutely horrible. Give me a second, let me do this real quick. Just been moving around. Hope everybody's doing good. So let me see something here. All right. And let me go to history. All right. And let me see. God dang it, Jim. Where am I? Okay. There it is. All right. Bet that. Okay. Cool beans. I'm looking good. Hold on. Goodness gracious. Okay. All right. So, respect. Welcome back to Smitty's Corner. I apologize, everybody. So, yeah, I don't know why I had such a hard time with this daggone StreamYard and everything. But more than anything, I've been desperately, frantically running around trying to figure out exactly like how all of this stuff works when it comes to like trying to adjust on this Cash App thing. Apparently, what I wound up doing was passing out so much daggone money today. I didn't know that there was a cap or a limit on how much you can do. So I just wanted to address that briefly. I'm just going to make it very clear. We're just going to go ahead in the morning time. I'll say I'll be running about 11 o'clock on that. So I'll give people a chance to get up and everything else. And we'll go ahead and get going from there. But please forgive me for that. All right. So remember, it's $25 for first place, $15 for second place. All right. I have 7 questions pulled up, and we're going to go ahead and, see what we got on that. All right. We're going to see what we got on that. Now, just so you know, let me see. Let me make sure I got all. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. Let me see. What the? Okay, bet. So, for example, in case anybody's wondering, so what I'm doing is I'm just going to pull up some questions and things. So let's just say this one right here. Boom. What is my favorite activity between camping, cooking, or art? Gave you a nice little touch in on it. All right. You can think about that one overnight. You got 6 more to go after that. Respect. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to get to it, okay? I'm just going to tap in on what it is I was going to do tomorrow, and we're going to go ahead and switch it up. So don't worry, I'm going to definitely do that. So look, I've been wondering about, honestly, like masculinity, the whole dynamic of manhood. And truly, how is it viewed? How is it seen now? Right? So I'm gonna pull something up in a second, but you already know how we do. Before we get to any of that, now that I'm done with all of the formalities, how was your day? How was your headspace? And how's the day been treating you? Just in case no one else asked you. So let's go ahead and get to this right here. Let's see what we got, right? So let me see something, right? Um mm, mm, mm. Oh, and let me go ahead and set the ambiance. Forgive me for that one right there, right? So let's go ahead and do it. Boom. Let's go about right there. That should do it. Okay, cool. I'm working on like my volume tempo with my voice, right? Kind of like the same thing you do in the studio. So let's get into it. But yeah, it's something that I think is very interesting to talk about right here. So let's do this. All right, here we go. There we go. Let me pull this up. Okay. All right, give me 1 second. I got us. All right. All right, so let me see something right here. So here we go. All right. Yeah. This is the crazy. This is, something that's wild. I can't front. Like, I really have been wondering actually about this for quite some time, right? And then come to find out it is something behind it. So look, right? Let me just put it like this. I've always known, like, I guess you can say, football to be very much so a very masculine thing, right? Very much so a sport that is the men of men, right? That's just somewhere in the man cave. We can just go off and we can just listen and just have fun, scream at the TV, everything. All right. So I had no clue, right, that the person who actually coordinates a lot of these celebration dances, it's crazy. I want us to look at something right here. Watch this right here. Watch this. I digress. My mic is muted. Give me 1 second. Let's look at this right here. So now, mind you, I remember growing up and I remember the days of just being on the field myself as well as watching. I remember actually like really loving the whole celebration once you get to the end zone. Now let's look at this right here, okay? Let's look at this right here. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, so boom. Okay, and what we're gonna do is bow. All right, so watch this right here. This is what trips me up. I believe it's this one. Yeah, it's this one right here. Okay, let's go. Look at what things are coordinated with. All right. Now, I know you like Smitty. That ain't, what is that? That ain't too much of nothing, blah, blah, blah. No, you'll see what I'm talking about, right? So let's see right here. Let me go ahead and pull this right. Hold on. All right. So let's do this. All right. So let's go ahead. Now let's look at something else. Okay. Now it's wow. I had no clue the influence that's being put into football now, right? So I know even if you're not into football, it's something that you can look at on a influential level. Like, let's look at this right here. Watch this, right? Watch this. This is crazy. And you know, we just thinking when the whole team, like, because mind you, once upon a time when they would go to the end zone, the whole team didn't go there. The whole team did not show up. But watch this right here. All right. So the first one was White Girls, the movie. Now let's go to the next one. The next one's right here. Why are all the dances in the NFL now being duplicated by movies? They know most most folks that are really NFL and football fans. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't know what movie that was. I don't know that movie. I had no clue a lot of these celebrations in the end zone was so orchestrated in a way. Watch this one right here. Mhm. Watch this right here. Look at this. Now you tell me, do you think most men who watch football know where this scene came from or knew that this whole thing in the end zone came from this right here? Watch this. Let's go. Look at this right here. This is just crazy. Look at this right here. Here we go. That's wild. That is wild. Now, how did this pop up on me? Because today I was waiting to watch, you know what I'm saying, my Skins play. No, we don't call them Commanders. We still call them the Skins, okay? I was waiting to watch my team play. And you know what took place? I happened to, you know, like that NFL Sunday and stuff on Fox, you're just watching and things of that nature. And they were, you know, doing the story about how the like I had no clue about this. First of all, I didn't know that this is an actual career and a job to be a end zone celebration coordinator. Yes. All of these orchestrated little, they sit down, dance, everything. That's orchestrated. The thing about it is, it fascinates me why they use the movies that they use and the whole nine, like the influence of it. Mm. It's real different. Let's look at something right here, right? So hold on, watch this. This is wild. This is so wild. So watch this, right? All right, let's go with this one. Now I'm gonna go right here. Watch this. Here we go. Let's do this. It's crazy. I had no clue all of this stuff was inspired in that sense. So let's go right here. Yeah, make sure I just share the right screen. Let's do it. Watch this. Mm, mm, mm. this is where I'm getting at with this, right? This whole thing. This is where I'm getting at. I'm actually wondering, truly, how does the world see, genuine masculinity? How is it seen? How is it viewed? I do notice that there's a thing nowadays where, generally speaking, in most spaces, most places, let's say a man raises his voice. Generally, what is said is that man is unhinged. Let's say a man actually feels some kind of way about something. Yeah, literally just like that. That man actually feels some kind of way about something. You know what's so crazy? That man would actually be looked at as he is unhinged or emotional. Now, what's weird is that society will turn right around and tell that same man he should be emotionally aware, right? But if he does in any form or fashion, I guess you can say, feel anything in his emotions, then somehow or another, that's not the ticket, you see. So I'm only saying these things because I'm actually very curious. I am someone that comes from the days of the men of old, right? And the men of old basically consist of those who know how to adjust to today, but simultaneously, we also uphold certain traditions and, let's say, certain personal integrity within ourselves, right? So I recognize how there are a lot of dynamics that have stepped into play that truly have changed the game. It's changed the whole field, you see. Now, it's not about it being a bad thing. I'm not here to complain about it. If anybody knows how I get down, we don't complain over here. We just adapt and adjust, and we mold ourselves, and we allow our environments to work for us, right? So that's how that goes over here. But it's very fascinating. I'm very curious when it comes to, like, actually truly how men operate in the sense of their true raw essence of manhood. You see, I have no direction focus when it comes to the lady side of it, because that's just not my focus. Um, but it is very fascinating to wonder and know, how do people see it? I hear something like nowadays called toxic masculinity. All right, boom. Okay, cool beans. Now, then I also would hear a lot of folks say that toxic and masculinity don't even mix. Now, that's also an interesting aspect. You see, we have dynamics that have come into play. Like if a man actually goes out of his way to try to, I guess you can say, maybe impress the woman or what have you, automatically, yeah, he will be looked at as, basically simp. Like, okay, cool beans. I don't really know how to define a lot of things that go on nowadays. What I would say is, right now, I can say, as somebody who's 42, this right now was a reach out. I'm reaching out. I really do want to relearn. How do people see a lot of the terms and phrases, words, and everything that we used to say today? Honestly, for example, masculinity. Let's reiterate real quick. Once upon a time, it genuinely just meant, like, when you said masculine, you know what a lot of people thought of? Like a character like Conan or He-Man or something, you know? We actually would picture true like muscles or strength, even if it comes off in a sense of physical a lot of times. Honestly, truly, back in the day when we would say masculinity, a lot of people didn't think of a man that was emotionally aware. It just wasn't a thing. Nowadays, you see, that is the case. Nowadays, I've noticed the man who is truly looked at as masculine is the man who is less aggressive, the man who is more, like when he's in like maybe a hot debate or something, or heated something verbally with another person, he doesn't start to raise his voice in any form of fashion like, yeah, that's a man. Once upon a time, what I'm saying is somebody who's lived long enough, that's all. Yo, if you didn't speak up enough, if you didn't say anything, yo, you were like, man, you's a B. What, you scared? So I recognize how times have changed, how things have evolved and molded and shifted and adjust. Shifted. Thus, I adjust. There we go. There we go. What is masculinity? Watch this. We could take it further later on, but just something to think about. What is femininity? Once upon a time, that really meant a whole, like, it was like almost like, I don't know, like 10 commandments that came with it, right? Now it's like, don't you say nothing. And that's still a woman, that's still a queen, the whole nine. It is very, very fascinating how just that quick terminologies, words, and everything changes. Things don't mean what it used to. It just doesn't. It don't. There's the sayings and all the things that we once knew. It don't mean the same thing no more. So it's like, I'm saying this more so for the youthful aspect, right? I wonder, even us as men, right? Us as the older generation, like, let's think about this real quick. How are we supposed to teach the young bulls, the young warriors, the young girls that's coming up behind us, if the whole dynamic of what manhood, masculinity is, has totally shifted? You see where I'm at? It's shifted, it's changed so much that somebody like myself, if you put me in a room with a bunch of younger, like, say like teenagers, between the ages of like maybe 13 and 18. All right, me, I'm 42. You put me in a room with them and you tell me, teach them about manhood and masculinity. You know what's so wild? A lot of things that I would tell them and say, I would possibly, right, be viewed as if I'm saying something that's like either outdated or something that's toxic. You see, it's crazy. I only know how to, like, if I was to speak to the youth and try to teach these young bloods about truly what manhood is defined as, a lot of societal perspectives will look at what I'm saying to them is very much so toxic and outdated, the whole nine. So what I'm saying is that I'm not saying that us as the older, the older crowd, I'm not saying we give up. No, I'm asking these questions and I'm bringing up the discussion because I want us to think about this. We really thinking about I'm sorry. I have really been thinking about like the dynamics of masculinity and manhood. Once upon a time that really meant like you knew more physical than, not saying headspace. I'm not going to say that because brains and bronze has always been like that ultimate combination. So I'm not even going to mess with that. What I'm saying is that overall, initially, from first glance, usually the person that we look at as masculine, it usually was more so like their walk, their stance, how they articulate, their voice, whatever it is. Men with deeper voices, the whole nine. The man that just, he wasn't going for nothing. He didn't take, generally back in the day, that's how we looked at somebody. Just a small example, who was truly masculine. So now here it is. You put me in a room with a bunch of young bulls and, let's just say they acting real, like, I don't know, passive soft or something. I just might bust out because of my upbringing. I just might say, hey, come on now, cut all that out. Us as men, how men operate, we don't do that. Don't show your fears. Don't you be crying in front of people. You know what public says now? There's nothing wrong with the man crying out loud in public. Once upon a time, that's like, really, it truly was a forbidden thing. So the thing is that if I am an older gentleman who is in the mode in which I'm in, how exactly would I really teach them? I know just all I have is what I have to offer. That's all I have. All I have is all I have to offer. But genuinely, like when I think about it, it baffles me. On the young sister side, right? The young ladies of today. When I look at how femininity is in such more so of a dynamic of keep up with the man as opposed to identify with your own feminine specialties. You as an individual young lady and woman growing into a woman, what have you, your own specialties, right? So now if everything is so topsy-turvy, like, nah, you got to compete with that man. And, you don't get with no dude that's like making less than you, all these other things. It's like, are the women who are around my generation, are they really teaching the young ladies the right way? You see? I don't know. It's like, there's a lot of talk about how come the older women aren't teaching the younger women? How come the older men aren't teaching the younger men? Now, one, of course, we all know the dynamic of, a lot of them, they don't want to listen, can't tell them nothing. I'm trying to figure out at what point in the stage of being in youth was that not the case? As much as I know, me and my generation as an 80s baby did respect our elders. I did reach the point where I was like, you can't tell me nothing. I did had to learn the hard way on certain aspects of life. It is what it is. So that's nothing new. Like, so that part, I'm like, I don't even get why folks be talking like that, right? You smell me now? But like, when it comes to us really passing anything down, if everything is to be like kind of like disregarded or that was back then, all right, well, if everything was back then and if I am from back then what am I to teach them really? Because you got to remember what I know is back then. You see? And I don't believe that anyone should be faulted for only being capable of teaching someone only what you know. From parenting, all of that. Now, I would say fault as far as like if all you know is like when they mess up, you just like, I'm gonna whoop your tail. Like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not with that. But I'm just saying on some like real talk though, like, did we ever really think about that? We hear a lot of that's no more, that's outdated, that's back in the day, everything else. But yet, in the same breath, society would tell the elders, hey, y'all need to make sure y'all really keep up and teach the youth. Yo, that blow, like that's a blower. Like, wow. How exactly is that supposed to work? I mean, it's something. But as y'all know, real quick, we're gonna take a quick commercial break, most definitely. And this commercial break is most definitely brought to you by holiday season, because we still there. Happy New Year's to you all. We'll be right back after this quick message.
I'm like, excuse me, what's your name? She looking at me like, I'm like, all right, let's move on to the next one.
I hit the streets again. Another back-breaking day comes to an end. I like the city noise and the hustling crowd. In a world where there ain't no love allowed, you can't stop a man on a love mission, babe. I got a burning beat inside, it's a love mission, yeah. It ain't no way to be denied. My heart.
Okay, now, respect. Thank you. I appreciate the quick break. I just had to go grab some chapstick and tissue. So, yeah, that's something that I have been trying to take my time to think about. Like, yo, a lot of the ways, the cultures, traditions, all of that, a lot of things are being cast to the side and thrown away. A lot of us are slowly, we're, dying out. That happens naturally. All of those of my generation, at some point, yeah, we're going to be going up out of here, and it's going to, the cycle keeps on going until, God says that's it, right? But like, I've been trying to figure that out for like the longest time now. Like, how does that happen? Salute to you. Respect to you, Miss Sunkist. Happy New Year's to you. All right now. But like, yeah, I'm not gonna be here that long. But have you ever thought about that? Sunkist, you ever thought about that? Maybe your age. And when you want to actually, like, I don't know, extend yourself and reach out to like maybe younger ladies, right? Give them a different perspective, the whole nine. But then when society tells folks like me and you, majority of the things that we talk about and our ways and what we grew up to is no longer what, then how do we teach them? How do we pass down anything if everything is to be cast aside and thrown away, 5 years, 10 years after, like, because that's one thing that I do believe overall in our community in particular, we do have a difficult time with, is like, what's wild? It's like Black history itself. We dope at that. I give it to us. I don't take nothing from that, right? But like overall, just like community traditions basic community traditions, yo, like we would cast aside some in a heartbeat. Watch this. What would you say out of 100% of actual, I'm talking about families that are together. Yeah, black families that are together, right? Watch this. What would you say is the percentage out of 100 that actually has a dinner time and they all sit down at a dinner table, eat and talk about the day? You see? You know how many people would say, nah, nobody do that no more? You know how important that is of keeping connection and structure together? You see? That is definitely, I believe, a really good example. What you mean? Retype. Maybe you know what I'm saying? Okay. Oh, got you. Okay. No. Listen, watch this though. Sunkiss, that's not the question. The question is, out of 100% of us as black families that are together, mother and father, children in the home, I don't care whatever they say, I don't know, 7, 10%, whatever, 14, whatever, I don't know. Whatever the whole of that is out of 100%, what would you say is the percentage of folks that actually have a dinner time and sit down at a dinner table? You see? Okay. Now we're cooking. And you know what? I'll probably agree with that. That's right around. That's right around. A lot of people would say less. A lot of people will put that under 20. Dinner time, your friends have to go. Mark and them, they got to go. They can come back after, remember them days? Your friends got to leave because it's dinner time unless whoever's staying for dinner for that Friday night or something. That's what I mean by how do we pass things down if everything that is, if everything that we try to is told to us, that's no longer. But yet, if we say F it and F them kids, folks will say, well, yeah, the elders, yeah, that's why y'all old, that's why y'all this, and that. How do we find the balance? How do we find the balance? And there you go right there. Now, that part right there, yes, I'll share some light on that. That's why I'm a very, very huge advocate for, we just got to take care of our homes. I do get it on that part. It's simple and basic as you put it. I get it. And the totality of it, yeah, just all you can do is just take care of yours. You can't save everybody, but you can at least attempt to guide yours to a direction in where they don't have to be saved. They're on the right track. You see? So I'm definitely with you on that. Absolutely. We just got to take care of our own. You see? So now that we know that, yes, between generational disconnection as far as like what we're into, what we watch, what they watch, all of that good stuff, music, everything. It's different. It's different. I heard that somewhere before. Shout out. Now, the thing about it is this. As much as we know that it's different, how do we still incorporate the facets of yesterday, although today is different? How do we incorporate yesterday into a different today? Just the questions no one else will ask you. You smell me now? You see where we are? I've been really, what? Help me out on two. Let me see what we got right here. Well, god daggone watch. Where's this watch at? Well, it gets spread. Okay, because they're friends, my friends, and extended family gets to experience it. Now that's a beautiful thing, you know. Yeah, when you know, stay close and tight knit. That's what I'm talking about. Let me see right here. So, because if you are in my home at dinner time, you also have. You know what? I actually listen. Listen. You remind me. You remind me of a couple of my homeboys' mama. Like no bull. Like I remember a couple of my homies' mom was. If this goddamn, where is this thing at, man? Oh, when I pick you up, you. Woosah. Woosah. You did all that just for me to pick you up and you stop. Anyway, back to what we're talking about. Now that I'm done being so rudely interrupted by an inanimate object out of nowhere. So, yeah, I remember that back in the days, you know, having that homeboy who like moms was like, y'all go wash our hands. I be looking around like, y'all, like, yeah, come on, you too. Me too. Oh, for real? I remember them days. Oh, goodness gracious. Especially when it was like lasagna or hamburger helper night. Stop playing with me. Oh, my goodness gracious. What? Ice cream sandwiches for dessert? Yep. A regular ass ice cream sandwich. You talking about you on top of the world. Stop playing with me. We jumping on the bed and everything. Oh, man. But like, seriously, though. Let's really try to ponder this real quick, right? I got about maybe 15 more minutes. But let's really try to ponder this. Everything is different now. For the most part. Yes, there are plenty of us out here that still live in certain traditions the whole nine, right? But everything is different now. So how exactly do us as the elders, because I believe it's on us a lot more than it is. It's on us to reach out to the youth more than it is to the for the youth to reach out to us. I do believe it should be a two-way street, but I do believe we should have more push in our direction than they should, simply because we're older and we know better, because we made it through those stages of where they are. So I wouldn't put too much on them, but I will put enough on them to let them know, like, you grown and it's now time to elevate, step it up. We do expect more from you now as the overall community, right? All of those, you now truly represent us. When you go out, whatever it is you do in public, that represents us. You smell me now? Let me see what we got right here. Okay. The world is a different place. However, I do believe we lead by example. Yes, we do. And for that one right there, I gotta give you a shout out for the Soul Glow.
Always wanted to be beautiful, sexy, sweet as 1, 2, 3. Just let your soul glow. Just let it shine through.
That's right. That's right. I appreciate you, Sunkiss. Respect to you on that one. But like, when we really think about and we like try to break this down, I'm saying to myself, okay, bet. Let me see. Ooh, right here. Okay. Another one that I notice is definitely kind of thrown to the side. Holiday traditions of whatever sort. You know what's so wild? I'll see, like, I'm just being honest. Like, it is what it is, and I'm not trying to, you know. I'll see, like, I don't know, maybe like white folks, whoever, other, you know, other cultures and stuff, Spanish, Asian, whoever. Man, they will have all kind of like traditional games they play and everything. And I just be like, yo, I be looking for clips like, where we at? We in there too. We in there too. It's just a little harder to find us. We in there. I'm not saying we not. You see? But it's a little harder to find us. Oh man, but like, man, a whole family of like 9, 10, 12, 11 white folks where everybody got on matching pajama onesies and everything. Like, oh, like they really, and what I'm saying to that, I'm not talking about necessarily the holidays. What I'm saying is just whatever that is, that game, whatever they're playing, everybody knows. Even you can see the youth, the ones coming up like 7, whatever, they know the rules now. Why? Because they've seen it for like the last 7 or 8 or 10 years that they've been alive. That's all I'm saying, like tradition. And, I do believe that will fall into the premise of why, even though I don't believe it, and I know we do, but that does, I believe, fall into the premise as to why a lot of other cultures would say we don't have a culture. You see what I'm saying? Because the fact is that it's not about we don't have anything to say that is of us. It's just that, I mean, unless it's like, neck bone, collard greens, and some shit like that, like we throw everything away. You see? Most of the youth nowadays, they don't have too much respect for the music that came before them. You see what I mean? A lot of us as the elders, we don't have no respect for the fact that music evolves. It may not be what we grew up to, but the fact is, didn't we say the same thing to the people that came before us? See, I just don't be getting it. You see what I mean? We got to recognize that time continuously moves. And the fact is that only those who survive from species of animals and everything else, only those who survive are those who know how to adapt and adjust to the climate and the changes that's going on around them. Period. All that, oh no, it used to be this warm over here. Look, unless you take that herd of yours or your flock or your pack and migrate somewhere where it is warm now, y'all gonna freeze. You better move and adapt and adjust. You can't keep standing there. Look, now it's cold here. Now it's winter. Now you gotta change and adapt and adjust. You smell me now? Salute, Lord ADS in the building. I appreciate you sliding through. Thank you. But like, real talk though, why we don't think about these things, I just have no idea. And so then even down to something like football, I've seen so many things happen that has changed. So now when I'm looking at something that I at least knew, had some form of real, true masculine touch. Now when the teams go into the end zone, now all of these things are being incorporated with things that I'm just saying, like, men don't look at that. Well, look, besides white girls, I don't know these other two right here. Boom. I don't know what movie that is. I'm pretty sure if somebody told me, I'd be like, oh, okay. Never seen it. Never seen that scene. I would have never guessed that's what they were doing in the end zone. I'd have never guessed. Like, seriously, though. What is that? The Parent Trap. Oh, okay. That's The Parent Trap. Yeah, maybe you can help me out with this one. I don't know what this movie is either. But apparently, all of these things that men have no clue of is being incorporated into things that men once truly held very close and dear. Like, I don't know, this right here. I don't know that movie. Why is there no like above the rim? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, we couldn't get like, I don't know, maybe like Friday part 1 or like a, I don't know, like a, I don't know. We couldn't get like a Bone Thugs and Harmony, like maybe like a first of the month type scene or something. I don't know. Am I going too hard? Am I saying what? What? No, I mean real shit. No, I mean seriously though. I'm like y'all can't like reenact the beginning of Scarface and Tupac. DMX got some good videos. I'm just saying, right? Like, why everything gotta come from? Why everything gotta like come from like this type place? You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on. Like, see, this is what I'm saying, right? Like, why everything gotta like come from here? Like, I mean, you know, like on some real shit though. No, hold on. Not that one. Right here. Now, as awesome as we know that movie is, White Girls, awesome classic comedy movie. But we got to remember, you know, once again, you know what I'm saying? Black men in what? Dresses, the whole night. You see? So it's like, and then I bet. So I don't know. Man. It's just, it's something that really, really fascinates me as to where exactly do we label masculinity? See, that's why I was talking about it. Like, what do I pass down? All right, bet I'm 42. You tell me go talk to the youth. What do I tell them? I know about the kid and play. I know that, girl. Come on now. We know that. I'm just saying, like, shout out, salute, fam. I'm just saying, like, real talk though. And you know what's crazy? It's like the youth only want to hear from the lowest version of us. Like, yeah, I mean, the only thing that I probably got working on my side, and you know what's so sad? Like, seriously, out of all of everything I have to offer, they probably would only listen to me because I actually have been to prison. That's sad. You know, I also been to college. You know, I'm also licensed and certified in an actual career. They won't want to hear nothing about that. Tell us about the time you was sliding on them fools. I ain't never slid, man. Shut up. And even if that was the case, like, come on now, stop it. See, that's how different we are. You know, back in the days, we didn't used to just talk and pull out phones, young blood. What? So y'all was scared? No, we were safe. Nah, y'all was just scared. I don't want to hear nothing, no G. Soon as you slide on them fools, you're supposed to go live and tell everybody. That's right. What? Why? I don't get it. You see? So let me even try to teach the old school art of shut your mouth. That's right. That used to be an art. It was like a masterful martial art. It was called shut up. Shut up. Stop talking. Why are you still talking? That used to be an art. Now, shit, boo. You ain't did a damn thing unless you tell the world. Once upon a time, you might have done everything under the sun, but you know, it stays there, right? It's such a different time. Going into 2025, it's very, very different now. It is beyond anything I ever thought that life could shift and mold into. I never knew that life would get to this point where, like, because you know something that really gets to a person like myself, right? I actually really did take time to pay attention. Like, well, not as much in school. I'm like I'm like a D plus at best, BC student, but in life, I pay attention. I love learning new things about life and just how to coordinate and move out here. And when I know, like, yo, I don't have a clue now of what is going on it's like it makes you. I can't front. To a degree, it can be just a little bit discouraged, just a little bit, not too much. I don't lose no sleep now. Don't get it twisted. We got strength over here, but sometimes here and there, if I was to be realistic and 1,000 with you, right? Which I'll always be. Sometimes it is very discouraging when you look around and everything you work so hard to learn about life, it just piece by piece, part by part, everything and everywhere and everyone around you is telling you that's no longer. And now all of a sudden, you're in your later days. Now, I would say later days is, I'm going to give that a 38 and up. No, you're not old, but I would say by then you're damn sure marked in your ways, all the way down to everything about you, right? Or at least you should be, because I just go by people who know themselves. You smell me now? Let me see what we got. There was also a time when it was acceptable to not. I listen. This is what I'm gonna say, Sunkiss. Okay, you from the South, okay? I'm East Coast, right? Not North. I'm not up North. I know to you guys I am, but no, I'm East Coast, right? So listen. The days of I'm gonna grease your ass down when you get out that tub, Sunkiss. This is why. See, I'm just gonna say it. Matter of fact, let me cam up. Sunkiss. Statements like that right there are the reason why we're not even allowed to spank our kids anymore, period. See, niggas like you done messed it up. Once upon a time, you can tap that ass in the middle of the grocery aisle and just walk on. Everybody just keep pushing the cart like, you just keep on going. No, not no more. You want to know why? Because we got all kind of stories of hot iron cords, extension cords, and loose hangers. Go pick a switch. Take that one back. It ain't thick enough. Don't you try to bring no little skinny thing in here. I need you to go get the hefty duty. Then why don't you just go pick the damn switch, auntie? Shit. Remember them days? Mm-hmm. And then I even think back to myself, as tough as we are, did we not grow up with like borderline, if not full-fledged abuse? That's a whole nother story. We didn't get ass whoopings. Come on, Sunkiss. Like, most of us were truly like physically abused. It is what it is. All right. Like, real talk. That wooden slipper, that's right. Not rubber. The bottom of your mother's slipper was wood. That's right. The same thing that pallets in the warehouse are made of. And it might go across the back of your head. It did mine. That's what I'm saying. So like, but you know what's crazy though? You know what's so crazy though? Majority of us did grow up that way, right? But somehow or another, I would say the most of us, all right? I don't know what the most percentage is, but the most of us, as in over 50%, the most of us actually turned out okay. Spankings are now no longer allowed to be incorporated in parenting throughout the country for the most part. And these kids are more effed up now than ever. It's wild. It's wild. But I can honestly say, yes, majority of us, majority of us, we went through abuse. I remember, you know what I'm saying? I remember, like, quick story and everything, right? Me and my cousins, we used to love to go not too far from my grandmother's house in Adelphi. There was a creek. So me, my cousin Lala, I remember like then our friends and stuff like that, Freddie, Pierre, Jane, Mark, all of us, we'll go play Sandy, everybody, right? It meant like we were deep, right? You know, back in the day, you know how it was. The whole crew was outside. And we used to love to play at the creek. Normally, we would go a certain distance because at the creek that we had, like, we could go catch, like, no bull. We used to, like, we was on that, like, roll your pants leg up and, like, catch crayfish and frogs and all of that. Like, we used to turn over rocks. Like, we be walking through there. It was dirty, too. It was dirty. But, yeah. Like, so my point is, right? All right, so look, moving forward, right? So let me stay with the story. So we would go and we was down there, we was catching turtles and stuff. So I remember one day, we had seen a fox out of nowhere. We ain't never seen one up close. So we start chasing it and it was running. So mind you, the creek, it's like mud walls, right? You know, branches, all kind of twigs and everything, mud walls. And then it's the creek and it's just a long stream. When we get there, we have to like jump down. But what we would do is it was actual vines and we would swing. I ain't playing just like Tarzan, monkeys, whatever. We would swing on them vines and jump on down to the creek, off the mud walls. Man, we went too far one day. We was gone for too long. And I remember we got back to the house and my aunt was yelling for us. Rest in peace to Aunt Tony, man. I love that woman. That's my mother's sister. I love that woman. I ain't mad at her for this. Like, I mean, it is what it is. Like, I mean, shit, I'm fine. I ain't mad at you, Auntie. Just for the record. I'm just telling the story. Don't you be mad at me. But so I remember we got back, right? And when we got back, she was so mad at us. Man, she took my cousin Lala by her ear and dragged her in the house. She said, and you get your ass in here too. My auntie sound like one of Marge's sisters because, you know, she was one of them heavy smoker, raspy voices and shit. And she pulled me in the house. She ran right over to the daggone potted plant, grabbed a big ass handful of dirt and just smacked me in the face with it. My mother ain't say nothing to her sister. None of my uncles said anything. None of my grandmother said nothing. So what I'm saying is, real talk. But what I'm saying is, when you're not raised on the fact that things like that are abuse, then I mean, it is. I was just like a normal, you was just, you know what I'm saying, being, I guess, reprimanded. You know what I'm saying? I was just like some typical shit. You see, that was like normal. Like, honestly, it was. It just was. So when you saying what you was talking about, yeah, I remember them days. Extension cords, all of that type of stuff. We do. Most of us do. And we were not supposed to be receiving that type of treatment, especially like what? Like at what? I don't know, 8, 9, 10 years old. But now watch this. We gotta ask what, but a lot of women from our generation, and I'm talking about from the early 80s to the early 90s, early 80s to, early 90s. I'd say like 94 latest, like for real. The rest of y'all, I don't know what to tell you. But like on some real talk though, I do remember how, like, even though we had our ass handed to us, literally, like sometimes it will fall off and they'll pick it up, give it to us, like, now go in there and put that back on your body. Damn. Okay, all right, shit. We still grew up, most of us pretty damn decent. We came out all right, like we made it, like we all right, we made it through that shit. Like we don't bitch, we don't complain, we won't be crying about nothing. They eliminated spankings, and I ain't never heard so much bitching, whining, and complaining in my life. You don't stay in jail as long as you used to. No cash bail, all kinds of stuff. I remember we would get cussed. Man, shit, all we said was, hey, give my girl my phone. Hey, call such and such, whatever. We knew what time it was. Now they just ask you to step outside the car for a traffic ticket just to sign the ticket. It's like, it's crazy how things switch over. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of, you know what I'm saying, like real quick. I just wanted to bring that little aspect and piece to this because I'm sorry, it's just fascinating to me how we were raised to be so tough, so strong, so resilient. And now it's like, nah, just throw that away. We got a new version and form of that. What? It's wild. But with that being said, y'all already know what time it is. I digress. My mic is muted. I just have one question and one question only.
Now, don't you feel tough? Yeah. Don't you feel strong? Yeah. Don't you feel like going home? Sure. Yeah. Then get the hell out of my apartment and take...
Okay, I digress. My mic is muted. Rock out.
Breeze. Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.
Yeah. Get money, baby. Lone Star. Man, get it, dog. Yeah. This is how we do this shit right here. I'm on my PG shit. I'm on my county shit. I'm on that pistol grip city. Go. Look.
Sauce on the beat.
Here we go. Yeah. Lone Star. County Kings. Ever, let's get it. Yeah. Look. Hold up. Yeah. Hold up. Yeah. Hold up. Hey. Look. The king is back. I'm the glitch in the matrix. Lasers leave you faceless, body melting like cake mix. Pakistani and bombs coming from Baghdad. Rappers to me be so sad, leave you frozen and so tagged. Full metal jacket, metamorph like an alchemist. Lyrics be automatic while spitting volleys 1,000 clips. If you want it, come get it because I got it. I'm like years ahead of the rest while I'm launching off like a rocket. 2 minus 10, take a century to study me. I consist of a galaxy, orbits in my anatomy. Kamikaze is futile to try to battle me. Only way to describe the collision would be a tragedy. Like Mayweather, this champion's undisputed. I calculate every move and I'm smarter than a computer. Listen, Bobby Digital, Andrew wrapped in the physical. Shadow boxing the falcon and soaring just like an eagle. My wingspan is the width of a pterodactyl. Spot you a moon away with the vision of a kaleidoscope. The perfect cure for this game, I'm like the antidote. Don't get too close, my kick is that of a horse with the quickness, power, and force. The collision will crack your antelope. So save your drama, I eat beats like piranhas. Destroy a third of your village like it was Yama Kiyama. My revelation, chaos and devastation. Standing up on a mountain, preparing for domination. I'll cut you down because lyrically I'm a lumberjack chieftain without the cataract spitting until my lungs collapse. Let's get it. Hold up. Hold up. Hey, get it. Hold up. Hey, get it. Hold up. Hey, get it. Round 2, fight. Look, lyrically, I pulverize all competitors. I'm the star of this movie, director, author, and editor. I'm King Kong in this jungle like a gorilla. Pussies play like they killers, but soft in a chinchilla. I kick a flow like my name was Ryu and Ken. When I throw a blow to your chin, it will crush you like all you can. I pluck some off like a sniper, no hesitation. Posted up in my tree in the Navy SEALs operation. It's automatic, I spit it the way I practice. Rappers fighting this flow, it's like trying to swallow a cactus. I'm with this diva whose accent is from Sudan. Every night it's we lay in bed, she be soaring from the Koran. Listen, I'm here to flood the whole industry like a riot. Overshadow your city, my presence be of a giant. They rap a lot, but their actions be very quiet. So in the name of this song, do we have a moment of silence? Okay, now back to business. Here to blow up the booth if you want me to be specific. Me, I'm just so terrific and vicious the way I rip it. Baby girl ain't no timber, regardless though she can get it. So I took down my digits, had her turn my hit list. Then I blew out her back and I left her whole body switching. My heavily intuitions be far beyond comprehension. Nothing of this dimension, only here on a mission. For what? To gobble up all you actors, hungry just like a hippo, eating up all you rappers. It's stuff.
Sauce